Hey, okay, so it's becoming that time of year when we are going to unfortunately get some sunburns and even some of those nasty, pesky bug bites. So I'm gonna show you more of a southern folk, more of like remedy for those things with some of those less popular herbs, that haven't already been so commercialized, and a lot of things that just grow around us, and some of the things that we've already been talking about in this group. So of course we know the beautiful plantain leaf, an amazing wild food, but topically this plant is what we call vulnerary. All of these plants have a vulnerary aspect to them. And what that means is wound healing for damaged epithelial tissue in your skin. But this is a very cooling plant, and it helps to draw impurities and things that we don't want out of the skin. So it has that drawing action, okay? Yellow dock or curly dock, one of my favorite foods because it tastes very bitter lemony. But bitter dock, same thing. Topically, this plant is very cooling and it's very soothing for inflamed skin tissue. Our beautiful Monarda or bee balm leaves, which internally, they do so many things because they're so high in thymol. But right now, we're gonna wanna use bee balm leaves because they're also an amazing anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antiseptic, and they're very cooling to the body. Lavender stems. So my little baby lavender stems that are popping up right now. And one of the plants that we have been talking about a little bit is our cinquefoil. So our cinquefoil, and this is the Norwegian cinquefoil. So it kind of looks like, they call it the wild strawberry. There's different kinds. There's mock strawberry and there's wild strawberry. But this plant has been used for centuries in Southern folk medicine, from everything from toothache pain, amenorrhea. It's fabulous for cramping. It's great for sinus infections or when you just don't feel well. But we're gonna use it because it pulls heat. This is an amazing burn remedy in Southern folk medicine. And then one of my favorites, my agrimony. So wild agrimony grows in many places. I actually grow it in my gardens. Agrimony is amazing for wounded skin tissue topically, and it has beautiful internal remedies also. But for this purpose, we want it for burnt, damaged skin or those nasty bug bites that are inflamed and red and itchy. And then our mints. So this is a mint. So I wanted to show you what I've done here. So all of these plants I have made into a very strong tea blend, okay? So I brought these right up to a boil, and then I pulled it directly off the heat because I don't want to boil the essential oils out of it. Directly off the heat, I let it set for an hour. And then this is my okra from last summer. I don't personally like to eat okra, but I do use it in the apothecary for skin issues and internal issues as far as acid reflux goes, wounded damage from PPIs, those nasty acid reflux medications, and then any type of ulcers. So the things that I don't like to eat okra for because they're slimy, that's the medicine though. So I have soaked my okra in apple cider vinegar. And so this vinegar is slimy. So we already know that apple cider vinegar is amazing for burns. It's great for sunburns. It's great for those nasty bug bites and heated inflammation. It's great for rosacea. Just think anything red on your skin, okay? So this is now a slimy blend that's what we call demulcent. So this is gonna have a demulcent equals moisture content on the skin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend these together, and then you can always add at the end before you bottle it or jar it. You can add some lavender essential oil or some mint, or my favorite is birch bark. Love birch for the skin, and it's minty and it's cooling. Essential oils. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do half and half in this. And then this is something that, that looks so slimy and amazing. But this is something that you guys can do at home. It's just so easy And I feel like so many of our herbs have become like the popular kids, right? You know, it's whatever the industry has gotten a hold of, and they know that they can market, which is great. It doesn't mean that those herbs aren't important and that they don't do amazing things, but we get to the point where we need, look at that. Isn't that so cool? We get to the point where we lose focus on what has always been, what's always been there for us in more of those ancient ways. I got that a little bit too full. Yay. Okay, so now the rest of this, let me get my okra out of there. This is still hot, so we're gonna pour the rest of that in here. And then what you can do is you can just keep that stored in your refrigerator. You've got it blended, and like I said, you can add some essential oils to it. My favorite's birch. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some extra lavender and some birch. And then you have an amazing after sun treatment if you get those nasty sunburns, and it's also amazing for nasty bug bites. Okay, let me know what you guys are doing.